Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It was a hectic week, really hectic. Monday was, I don't know how I made that happen. Everything happened on Monday. Why don't we go to Monday so that we can have a better insight of how crazy it was. So this is a PSA, public service announcement. If you haven't had a breast screen done lately, please do so. I just went for mine today. It's very unpleasant, but it needs to be done. The earlier you find out, the higher chances of getting rid of it and be done with it. So today has been a very busy day, and the weather is actually gotten nice in the last hour. So I've been organizing my boys, their friends, to come and help with the gardening and running around all day. So I actually feel stressed. Oh, and now my dogs are at the vet to get their vaccination. Hang on, I'm going to show you. They're in the car, and Daisy, who is my Great Dane, is freaking out. Watch. Look at her. She's like, oh no, get me out, let me out. And then the puppy doesn't care. She doesn't know what's going on yet. So straight after this, I'll be going home to cook dinner for our helpers. I had one drink yesterday, so I was very good. I really feel like one today, I really do. I don't know if I'll give in or not, but we'll start at our new gym officially tomorrow. So actually tonight I need to start looking at the classes, the group classes as well. Oh my god, this is the beginning of the week and I already feel like it. You know me, right? This is how I escape. Not escape, this is how I unwind. It helps me relax. Stress or relax, I don't know. It's a choice, isn't it? Life is about choices. So welcome back from Monday. Told you it was crazy, wasn't it? Everything was happening at the same time because finally I could get my builder to come in and he needed us to clear the garden, which was a lot of garden, before he could do the work. I mean, we could pay him to do it, but that's going to cost us a lot more money. We were not prepared to do that. So instead, I invited Julian's friend, to come and help. And they were really nice. So we cooked them dinner and we had a great time. That was fun. Because I was so stressed on Monday, I had a drink, didn't I? And come Tuesday, I couldn't help myself. Ugh. So this was what happened on Tuesday. The reason why I drank on Tuesday was because it was the premiere of my radio segment in Singapore. I was meant to go for a walk with my husband, but I had a work call that went longer than expected, and by the time I finished, it was time. So we had a celebratory drink to listen to myself, which was quite bizarre, hearing myself. I mean, it's not the same when you video and you watch it, you know what I mean? To actually hear yourself on a public platform is pretty cool. So that's on 1FM 91.3. That's a Singapore channel, and I will be on every Tuesday 3 to 4 p.m. Singapore time. So if you live in Singapore and you're watching this, you happen to tune in, you hear me. Wouldn't that be fun? So Tuesday I had a drink again. I don't know, this whole drinking thing, because I use alcohol as my way to relax. I know that when my exercise level goes up, or if I exercise regularly, I would be able to better control my alcohol consumption because I just don't want to waste my efforts. So on Monday, I drank. On Tuesday, I drank. And then Wednesday, we finally made it to the gym after we signed up for it. I think I asked the membership to be starting on Tuesday, so we didn't get there on Tuesday. We got there on Wednesday. One of my friends, whom I've known for a long time, she happened to be there. She's a spin instructor there, and I really like spin classes. But you know me, you know that I don't like doing exercise for no outcome per se. Like if I do weights, I like doing weights because there is an outcome. You are lifting heavier and heavier and you can see the growth. But I don't like walking outside because like you're just walking around in circles. It doesn't make sense to me. How we used to do it during COVID, when my husband wanted me to go out for a walk with him, he would say, let's go to the bottle shop. So the bottle shop in Australia means a shop that sells alcohol. We would buy travelers. So we walk up to the bottle shop, we buy like a can of something, anything, and then we drink it on the way back. That round trip is usually about a 6K walk. So that's pretty good. And I got rewarded for it. I'm very reward driven and I'm not ashamed of it because we all are. We are driven by rewards, be it food, compliment, anything. All right. Then why do you like doing spin classes? Because you're on the bike, you're not going anywhere. I just like it. And also remember that I don't like cardio work though, because I don't like the pain. Somehow doing spin classes, I recover a lot faster. I don't know why. My heart recovers a lot faster and my legs seem to be able to handle it. It's easier for me. How about that? It's easy for me and I like it. That's why I love doing spin. So that day I was meant to go for a palm class, but instead I saw my friend and I went for a spin class instead. And these days, the spin bikes, they're able to track you. So you get on, the number of your bike is actually on a very big screen. So when the instructor say, I want you to turn up your resistance to 9, you can see who did and who didn't. I haven't been in a spin class for 4 years. So that was my very first one. And mind you, remember, I don't do cardio work. So I was dying. I was one of the worst in the class. But that's okay. That's what being able to be okay and not be ashamed of yourself is all about. Some people are so ashamed of their fitness level. I have people telling me they won't go to the gym because they're ashamed of, like, oh, I'm not fit. It's so embarrassing. You got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So if you're going to be embarrassed and not go, then you're never going to get fit, right? People don't care. They don't look at your thing and say, oh my God, you're shit. They don't, all right? They're more concerned with themselves. And of course, whether they are the first one or not. Clearly, I'm not even close to the running, but I'm going to keep going back because that's a good way to burn fat. I really enjoy it. So I'm glad that at least there's one thing in the gym that I like going back to. So I'm going to keep doing that. So I couldn't walk for 2 days, like properly couldn't walk. Ugh. So you see, after that, I went back to my trainer. I saw her Thursday and Friday. So Wednesday, I didn't drink. Thursday, Friday, I didn't drink. So that was 3 days. Very impressive. Can't quite remember on which day. I suddenly recall that because I felt so guilty that I drank on Monday and Tuesday. I was not meant to, but I gave in. I thought this is not good. I was starting to get really disappointed with myself. I go on and on about being good role models for my children. And I made a public declaration to them though that I'm not going to drink during the week. And I drank. I was disappointed that I did. And I was a little bit embarrassed in front of them. And then I remembered that there is 2 techniques that I use personally myself when I know I'm going to drink or if I'm going to have a big weekend. When I say big weekend, could be a party or could be like a festival like Christmas and all that, birthday parties. If I know in advance that it's gonna happen, like there's a party I'm going to, I'll be drinking and eating, I cut back a few days before. So I'm saving up my calories so that I can use it at a later date. Is that even possible? Is that workable? Absolutely. Because our body is a continuum. We don't stop, like there is no 24-hour cut off and then we reset the amount of calories we eat, the calories we expend. We don't reset, we continue on, we bring it forward because we're organic beings. So with that in mind, if we had created a calorie deficit the days prior, that means that we are already in a deficit. You're saving up to buy something, if that makes sense. All right, you're putting money aside to save up to buy something. You are putting calories aside to be ready to be used at a later date. So you could do that. I do that when I know that an event is coming up. That's what I do. Or if it is unforeseen, something just happened and like for me, it was 2 days in a row of drinking. Instead of feeling guilty about it, you do know that you can pay it back. And how do you do that? You increase your activity level and you decrease the amount of food you eat. It is workable. So suddenly I remembered that and I was so excited. So I started walking on my treadmill. I couldn't walk on Wednesday because my legs were dead and I was so tired. See, the other thing about increasing your activity level, it's all well and good, and it works. The only other problem, I forgot I'm not young anymore. I was so tired. Wednesday, I was so tired. I was driving and I was nodding off. That's not good. It's actually really bad. I only did the spin class on Wednesday and I was done for the day. But come Thursday, Friday, I walked. I clocked at least 4K on the treadmill and that felt good because I remember that, like I said, I'm paying it back and it works. And because I understand that my body needs fuel, so I didn't cut back on how much I ate because there's only that much food I can physically fit in anyway, so I just let that be. But I did increase the activity level. Even on Saturday, if you know me and you followed me for a while, you know that the weekends are absolute rest time. I don't exercise on the weekend, but because I felt so guilty and I knew come weekend I'll be drinking, I wanted to make sure that it was paid for in terms of calories I've expended. I also walked about 4Ks on Saturday before I had a drink, so that was good. So moving forward, one of the biggest struggle I have, and I don't believe in lying to you about it, like, oh, I drank but I'll come on and say I didn't, because the healthier version of me is also someone who has better control over stress, and that I don't believe in depriving myself, but I should be doing better because in order to look the way I want to look, sacrifices needs to be made, and I'm happy to do that. I just need to get into my headspace. So for the life of me, I don't understand why I'm struggling so much. I truly am. I've given myself such a long time to get into this headspace. I thought I would be able to. I'm going to do better. I really am. I really want to do better because I want to prove it can happen. The reason why I'm not too strict about, the drinking and all that, because that creates mental stress for me. Then I'll fixate on it. I'll keep thinking about, I want to drink. I'd rather drink it and be done with it. I'd rather deal with the guilt of drinking than the worrying about, I need to drink, I want to drink, if that makes sense. Because that won't go away. If I just give in and be done with it, it goes away. And then I'll deal with tomorrow. And now that I remember, I can pay it forward. So I will. And then that was Saturday. We had a nice and easy Saturday. So this is what we do on the weekend. We catch frogs. We catch frogs out of our pool. Oh my God, look at him.
He's only really little.
He is tiny. And then Sunday we caught up with some friends, which was nice because these group of friends, we often talked about, we should catch up, but we don't. We talk about we need to catch up all the time and we still don't. Finally, we did it. Do you know why? Because I told you about this friend of mine, or my husband's friend, who had a heart attack. That was the trigger. That shit. Life is unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen to who when. And it's time to make time for the people you really care about. So we did. We went out, we had drinks, and we had a good catch up, and we have even organized it for the next time, in a month's time, to catch up. So that's nice, because when you get to my age, every day is busy. Like today, now it's almost 7 o'clock. I'm still cutting out food to cook dinner. This is not even meal prep because I didn't even get time, because I'm filming this on Monday. So every Monday or Sunday, I'll do a review of the week just passed. But today, I went to the gym with my son Julian, and time with him is more precious than anything. So I chose to spend time with him. So we were out all day. I meant to do food prep, but I didn't get the time. So now I'm cooking dinner and I'm in a rush. So what happens when I'm in a rush? I feel like I need a drink to calm myself. I'm going to try and control that though today, because I know I can. We can't say that, I've got no control over what I want to do, or no, we can. We have absolute control. Next week, this is what's going to happen. Next week being this week coming, same thing will be in play. No alcohol during the week, only alcohol on the weekend. We'll be going away, so that will be really, really nice. Just husband and myself to meet some friends for the weekend. We're going away for the weekend. That's nice. I'm going to attempt to walk even more, as in try and get some walks in every day. Today I didn't even bring my watch out. I should have, because I think I would have clocked at least 8,000 steps today. But that's okay. I'm also going to start to put myself into a deficit. When I say deficit, I'm going to cut back on the amount of rice I'm eating. In its place, I'm going to put in more protein and veggies, because actually veggies are considered carbs though, if you don't know that. All right, I think that's it. So I'll see you next week. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.